Grace.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? tenTempo featuring.
Nah, you're looking at the wrong camera, and I'm introducing this episode. So yeah, what you mean? I introduced the last one. I'm gonna introduce every single one. What the fuck you mean? What's going on, y'all? Well, this is a late introduction, but we're on episode 2 of Purple World Podcast. Everyone introduced himself. We got some new faces. We got some. Well, we got a new face.
What's up?
Why is everyone being
We're going
weird?
in a circle. Have them introduce
Why is everyone being weird?
Wait, say your name, favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh my god.
My name is Aaron, and I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't like ice cream.
Bro. Okay, starting with Aaron. And do we restart it or do we just keep it? It's fucking funny. Nah, it's fucking funny. Just keep it. Aaron, you.
I'm Aaron. What's good? Fuck you.
I don't know what to say. Pause. No, it's not you. He paused. Wait, what?
I thought you were
Fine, you ready? My name's Aaron. I make content for DOD.
What's up? My name's Tempo.
Tempo. You need to talk into a
I don't
microphone.
know which one to use.
You're sharing one with Aaron. I don't know why Aaron is all the way over there, dude.
You're just used to being close up to his lips, bro.
Bro.
And they're sharing. Like Gabe, Mr. Gabe.
Yeah, fine.
I love you. Guess we sharing, man. Guess we sharing.
Lil bro, introduce yourself.
What's up? My name is tenTempo.
What the fuck do you do?
I sing. I do drill.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If we were wrong, Gabe, this won't go as well.
I
Bro, he has
football.
He has no filter.
What position?
The kicker.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to
I'm Jacob Nixon, aka Mix by Nix. I mix music.
My name's KSully. I make beats. You can find my beats. We're on LeBron's in the studio. He's doing that thing, you know. Play beat here. We'll edit that in for show. I play football against Tempo.
Tempo, have you ever even played a sport?
No.
It's Lani3x, DBG artist. I'm a rapper, I guess.
Shout out Duffel Bag Gang.
DBG.
G. Y'all know the deal, man. PJ,
Yeah, yo.
journalist. Pretty much it.
What you mean, pretty much it?
Played football though.
Yeah.
Changed.
I did, yo. I did. I played running back.
Running back.
I did water polo for 6 years. That's more
I'm
athletic.
Gabe. Don't listen to anything he says. Him too, the kid. Those are my 2 kids right there. They misbehave sometimes.
Dad.
Yeah,
Alright,
we're all just minds altered by Gabriel.
No. Just Tempo and Aaron. Just
Literally.
Tempo and Aaron. Yeah.
Bro, he's gonna plant a chip in us
No,
soon.
Tempo's my. Tempo's me and Nix's kid. Tempo's me and Nix's kid. Don't ask how we had a kid, but Tempo's me and Nix's kid. He got.
questions.
Who left him? No. D12 got tired of him, so he brought him from Ohio or whatever the fuck, and we got tenTempo. But we're hopping on this to talk about the album because everyone in here was involved with the album. Shout out to Sully for the mixing. KZ's not here right now. I don't know why I said mixing. Shout out for the beats and the mixing.
Yeah,
Shout out
him
Nix
for
for
the
the mixing. Nix was the main engineer. KZ engineered. Yeah, KZ engineered a lot of his stuff. Shout out to KZ. He did it again. He did do it again.
Got it.
KSully got it, and Nix, do engineers have like a producer tag? Yo, we should do that shit, yo.
Some do.
Yo.
I know some, but not
Be like, mixed by Nix. We gotta do some shit, but yeah.
Put your mark on every song.
Didn't Dev do that?
What?
Next.
I don't remember. I have no idea.
But since we're talking about the album first, well, you Well, actually, talk to you first, yo.
You say it like that.
Cause this motherfucker got the song with the most amount of streams on the album.
By a few hundred.
Yeah.
By like 400.
Yeah, you got the only song that hit over 1,000 first week of the album. So how's that feel? How was the 2Text video and shit?
I guess to say it's a blessing, cause I mean, me, I haven't released any music type shit, so I feel like that just coming right off the bat, first song in a long time, it's the highest streamed song on the album, so that's definitely like something to be proud of for me, and I'm sure Q feels the same way.
Shout out Shorty too.
Shout out Sam for
Yeah,
doing the video
yeah.
too.
That
And
was a
Shorty.
last minute thing. Nick's hit up Shorty. He's
Right, yeah.
like, we should probably get more beats for the album. We were like, nah, we're fine. And Nick's just like, nah, I'm gonna hit up Shorty.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You gotta
That's
talk
lit.
closer to the mic.
Yo,
Talk.
I'm talking. What's
Okay,
good?
so it is picking up. I almost had a heart attack for a
Yo,
second.
my question next. How did y'all end up meeting each other? Shorty, you and Shorty.
I don't really know him like that well. I just knew like through Bricey because I've been working with Bricey for quite some time. I just knew he was a good producer because he's done like I think one but two projects with Bricey at this
Yeah,
point, and they're all good beats. And then Shorty ended up with 2 placements on the By Any Means Necessary album, and they're both fire beats. So shout out Shorty.
Since we got both of you and we're talking about Shorty, yeah.
Yeah.
Pop My, how was that?
I guess like, I mean, I never made a song with Nyx before, so that like was definitely like an eye opener to see how versatile I could be. We fucked around with shit like that before, but that like molded very well, the two of us being on a song like that, and it was able to show my versatility. So I'm like really excited about that too, so people don't know that I'm just over there like growling and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So I want people to know
Popping up in
that
ski masks.
I'm able to do 2 different types of music, and I'm trying to work on doing more. So
Yeah.
Facts.
yeah.
And
Good
Lonnie,
shit.
question for you, like, what's it like? Shorty's literally grew up a town over from you. Like, you're from Norton, he's from Taunton. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. Explain that shit. Like, what's that like?
It gives you kind of like a hope, like he's doing his thing right now. If you see his shit on YouTube, you'd be like, oh shit, like, but it like gives you a hope. It's like, if he's doing his thing, why can't I do mine? So it shows you that anybody can do anything.
That's a fact.
So
How'd y'all feel about the Lil Sebi feature though?
I fucked with it. It wasn't. I mean, I like the song and shit like that. The whole song, everybody did their thing on it. But I don't know. To me, like, I feel like it was just the average song that we
Yeah.
put together that people fuck with. So I mean, I guess that every artist feels like that when they do a song. So you don't necessarily like it, but everybody's gonna fuck with it, and that happens to a lot of artists every day.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing too with 2Text, I acknowledge that you and Queasy like had a chemistry going on. Like,
That's my brother.
yeah. So how
know.
can you explain y'all two chemistry? Because there's something with it.
Nah, I mean, we went to middle school together, so I already knew this nigga since we
Same
was
with
young.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
I already knew some of the niggas from when we was younger. And then we got back to it, and it's just so easy for us to go off of each other because we like the same type of music and we make similar music. The sounds are 2 different sounds, but like what happened with Nyx, it just goes together.
That's what I'm saying. It goes
So
together,
yeah, so I don't know. Me and him, like, we got some more shit that we're gonna do together. Some big shit that we got planned. So I'm hoping that everything goes the way that it's
Yeah.
supposed to.
Another question I got for you too, bro. So is that the first song you guys both recorded together, or was there songs prior to that?
That's the first one we did together.
So
Yeah.
how was that like when you guys like first reacted? Oh.
Moody, bro.
Oh nah. Yeah, we have another one, but that was like the
Release,
first
yeah.
like
Song that's out for the first.
not even like that's the first like put together song. So
Okay.
like that one was like fully finished, and we did everything that we were supposed to do on that. So yeah.
That's lit, bro.
I'm gonna say something too. So Stacks on that song, I like the part when he's like, what's he say? He's like,
Shouts
I'm
out
with
all-
Queasy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
shouts out all
Yeah,
DBG.
Yeah, 'cause we-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while that song was brought up, and since he brought up the thing with Queasy real quick, just like, because obviously we've been talking about it a lot on the channel and
Mhm.
shit, but a little brief rundown on DBG, that experience. I'm waiting on that merch. Stacks, you better put my order in the night.
That's like a,
Pop your DBG.
Cop your DBG merch coming soon.
Yeah,
Next,
DBG merch too,
Oh,
when that comes.
you probably can't say a date, but how soon?
yeah, I'm not
You
gonna
can't-
be
you
able to
can't?
say nah.
Soon
But,
though.
it is coming soon. But for DBG that's my family. Like, I love every single one of them. Like, they really like helped me out as an artist too. Like I already knew all of them, but Stacks put DBG together in like April type thing. So I hit him up. I'm like, what's the word with that shit? Like blah blah blah, because I already knew him like again since we was younger. So yeah, I hit him, and then one thing led to another, and we all together, and now I just look at them as another group of brothers that I have.
Shit, bro. Did y'all bond gotten closer?
Hell yeah. We see each other pretty often. Obviously, I live mad far away from them. But I try when I do see him, it's nothing like, oh, like damn, like I can't talk to this nigga because I haven't seen him in so long. You know how that shit goes. So, every time we see each other, it's just like, it's like I've seen them just yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is for me.
Yeah. So like, I know you guys grew up together, but like prior to you guys starting up DBG, you guys linking before then? Like, were you guys like talking before
I was
then?
just like, so with high school and shit like that from my town, I was just so invested in my sports. So I just like didn't have no time to like be dicking around and shit like that. So then once I graduated, then that's when I started doing like the rap and shit, and I started linking up with everybody and all that type of shit.
What stopped you from playing ball? I never asked you that.
Basketball?
Football
in college?
Well, from playing college ball,
So I played high school. I did pretty good. I was like a captain, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
Captain.
Just a captain. Yeah,
but
nothing
like,
more.
But college is just like some people's not meant to take their school to another level.
Yeah, fair.
And you see
that?
everybody.
Literally everyone but PJ.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, nothing is wrong with that. Some people, they need that to take their career.
Unfortunately.
Some people need that to take their career to another level. But a lot of people don't need to. You see it every day. There's people that doing their own thing without going to school. So and they make a decent living. So
what gave you that confidence to not? My bad. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
have a question to go off of. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, like you said, when you were in high school, you were busy playing sports and stuff. So you were saying like you didn't have time to like work on music and. Do all that type of
I
stuff.
didn't start working on music until after I graduated.
'Cause I was
Everything
gonna
is
say
after.
like I'm still in high school and like I stopped playing hockey this year to work on music. So like some people might see that and be like, oh, you should have like enjoyed your last year of high school. But like, how do you?
It's
Like,
football, man.
What's like your take on that? Like people kind of stopping like stuff in high school and kind of separating themselves from high school to work on something that they're like passionate about.
For me, it's like I'm biased. I'm a big sports advocate, so like I love when people like tell me like, oh, I did this in high school, like play football, play basketball, whatever it is. And when they tell me like they don't play, like even though I don't play in college, I'd be like, yo, why didn't you play in college? Like
that's what I'm saying. I'll be asking the same shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a hypocrite.
But
The thing with college sports too, that's a huge commitment.
Yeah,
It's just like if you're gonna do college sports and try new music is borderline apart. I feel like that's. I mean, like there is a bunch of people who do it. Shout out Tremaine.
Yeah.
Shout out Tremaine.
Shout out Tremaine. He
yeah,
does
there's
it.
some people that's built for that.
Yeah. For people-
Like, ooh.
Yeah, I give him a lot of respect for that. But
Yeah.
for people to try and do music, play college football, and like work, because you gotta like have some type of income. It's like that's a lot. You know what I mean? And right now, like
Doesn't Bryce see
And you're
that?
focused on your classes.
Bryce's out of school now, I think.
Yeah.
He's out of
Yeah.
school now.
Yeah. Isn't Bryce a nurse now? You guys know?
yeah,
Yeah.
Bryce,
But
you guys
to fully answer the question, I think that whatever you set your mind to and you like see the outcome for it, just go for it. Cause like,
That's
yeah, you're losing your last year of high school, but in the outcome, if you like the next year, you could be making a couple $1 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It probably depends
So,
on the situation
yeah.
too. Because if I was like just started music this year and I was like, I'm not gonna play hockey, I'm gonna try to. It's probably like, all right, but like slow your roll. Like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been doing this shit for long enough.
Yeah.
So.
What makes people so hesitant to not follow through with their, you know what I'm saying? Like, what makes them so hesitant to not follow through with their aspirations? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people like, oh, I need to go to college for this, but like, they don't have to. Like, as far as like entertainment or
Gabe
beat making.
seems like he has an answer.
Yeah, please, because like it's
pretty. My
Yeah.
answer to that would be pretty simple. I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I
but it's not that easy. It really isn't easy.
No.
for
Bro,
some people.
I think because of the stigma, to all the parents, if there's any parents watching this, don't force college upon your kid. That is the absolute dumbest thing that you could do. If you force your kid to go to school, you're literally making them put themselves in debt and just ruin it. There's certain things, if you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a journalist, even if you just know you're going to school for something specific, that's what you want to do with your life, for sure, go to school. But if you don't know what the fuck you want to do, don't go put yourself in debt and make you just you have to work way more after that, and you might end up with a degree in something that you don't even want to do at all, and then you just screw yourself in that.
Plus, it's like we've seen it too, just because we're
Yeah.
kind of like we know people that have gone to college,
Yeah.
obviously.
Bro, I
and,
know
like,
I have
graduate
I
with
have friends like
finance,
$80,000-$90,000 in debt already.
that, or like they graduate with like a finance
That's
degree
insane.
and they work in like a like they might even work
McDonald's.
construction or something. They don't even do anything with their degree, so it's like it
Makes
really
sense.
does depend on the
After
situation,
4
but-
years, like they usually just are like, I don't even want to do this for a living anymore.
Like
Yeah.
I'm in
The
local
union.
7 iron workers, like I'm in the union, and it's crazy to me like the amount of people I work with that went to college, and it's like you wasted all that money on college just to be here, like
Making the same amount of money.
yeah, and it's crazy to me, like, that's the thing I like push the kids to is if college isn't your thing, but you like
Yeah.
physical work, join a trade because like you can make a lot of money doing it, and it's just like I don't know, it's good work,
Not
Teaches you
even-
a lot.
Not even necessarily just working. I say work, absolutely work. I think if you don't go to school and you're not working or doing something, then that's just laziness. But even if you're not necessarily doing something that makes you a lot of money, just do what makes you happy. Like if you have a job that makes a decent amount of
That's
money and you just make music all day, that's all you need. Like have a good relationship with your family if you got family, have a good social life to the extent that you want, and then get work done. Literally.
For real. And that's the
Literally.
biggest thing too. Like what I realized as far as like pursuing something. Like it's easier to say that you want to do something, but just do it. Right? So like, there's a stigma
Do
that
over don't.
do or don't. But like there's a stigma that people like put upon themselves that keep them hesitant to not pursue something. But the beauty of pursuing something is that you follow through and actually go to the extent that nobody else will go to.
Like for the album, like
Exactly.
something
Yep.
that nobody has done. I feel like in the area.
Media related, no.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, nobody has done something that's
Nope.
this big and impactful to the community as far as Massachusetts, because we have a scene building, but nothing that's really put in a big spotlight for us. So I feel like that this was something that you guys took a huge step and a leap that is risky, but it ended up paying off for you guys. 10,000 streams.
Yeah. Necessary.
Yeah.
leap.
And
That was necessary for
like-
everyone.
Yeah, no, the thing too, like of all that could have went wrong,
Mhm.
Nothing.
but like nothing went wrong. It was literally
very
like,
few things.
Very-
Doctrine, if
Yeah,
Doctrine was
exactly.
back from LA, you guys would have probably got a couple more bangers in there
Yeah.
if that was the original plan. But,
But like
besides
even
that,
like people getting off on like the wrong foot, like
Yep.
type shit. Like everyone got along.
Everyone,
Everyone
yeah.
went to work, and that was just like the beauty of it too.
Everybody
It was
envisioned something.
beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. That was cool.
it was
Everyone
beautiful.
was like, everyone literally came there, and like no one was like, I didn't see anyone like like confused about like what they were trying to make or whatever. Like obviously, yeah, you can't come up with lyrics in like 5 seconds, but everyone was like, I'm gonna make a song right now. I'm gonna make 2 songs
But they
right
made
now,
sure
and they
it was
didn't
the
stop.
best.
And after
Yeah.
they made their first song, some people just started making songs in other rooms when we didn't even know about it. It was crazy.
One thing I'll say about all the songs being made too that was dope. Everyone had the energy like when they hopped on something like this is the best song I ever made.
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
literally.
That's what,
Literally.
like, everybody came in with the attitude of determination. Like they wanted to make sure that it was a banger.
Bro, literally, like the mindset in there was just like we're on this mission because Boston hasn't been shit for culture. Everyone literally in there, bro, just shared the same mindset.
Mass as a
And
whole. Mass as
yeah,
a whole.
mass as a whole. Mass as a whole. Wait, what did I say
E.T.,
before?
I'm from Millie's.
Boston. Oh,
E.T., I'm from Brockton.
E.T., I'm from Boston. No, I'm not from Brockton. But literally, like bringing everyone together like that needed to happen. That needed to happen because if people don't work together, I say it all the time. I literally said it. I recorded like a little video that I'm gonna upload on the channel of just me, and I was saying it. You can't be comparing yourself to like Young Boy or Juice World or someone like that. You got to compare yourself to the people around here. So what better way to show people what there is in here than put everyone in one spot, everyone on one thing, this little showcase. It's like a talent show. And then we got the documentary. Shout out to Aaron. We're gonna get to that later in this podcast too. But just putting that together, this is just our push to get everyone this platform to just build. And everyone that was on it, I said it on my Instagram post. Everyone that was on this album, run with it. I hope every single person on that album drops a project this year, because if you guys don't, you missing out.
At
on
least
an
drop like
opportunity.
mad singles
Yeah,
if you don't.
if you're not gonna drop an album, drop mad singles or EPs.
How do you guys feel about comparisons? Like when someone comes up to you, oh, you sound like this, or like you sound like that. Like how do you, as an artist, how do you feel about that?
I'm gonna let Tempo go first. I'm I'm gonna let him talk
Speak on that,
I
cause
was
cause
just
you,
thinking that.
yeah, cause everybody, oh, you sound like, you know what I'm saying, like sound like Bieber or something like that, yeah.
That's what I be getting.
Oh, Jacob.
Like tempo.
But yeah, how you
I
feel?
mean, it depends like who the artist is. Like if it's like a trash artist, then obviously I wouldn't want it. But I don't look at it as if like, oh, I sound like everyone else. I just look at it as like taking inspiration from different artists.
Does it motivate you?
Not necessarily motivate, but I guess it's cool to hear that I sound like a different artist that's like way bigger and more successful. You know what I mean? Because I could be that one day.
You will.
Yeah, I feel the same way, because if you tap into a sound, like how many times you hear a song and you hear an artist that sounds exactly like that artist and you're like, damn, I want more of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when someone tells you like, oh, you sound like whoever it is, like you kind of like, it sounds like it's a bad thing, but it's honestly not, because you're tapping into a fan base that likes to hear that type of music, no matter if somebody else doesn't like it or whatever it is. You're still in that fan base no matter what. So I think that's like a good thing and a bad thing. Comparisons, it depends on how someone says it to you. I feel like,
because also too, someone maybe might like T Grizzly, might be their favorite artist. So when they hear 2Tex, they're really gonna like that song. But also too, like what you said, that's 100% true. Like I've noticed, at least, like especially from the album, everyone on the album has their own sound. Like I wouldn't hear like Queasy and be like, oh, that's like someone else, or hear Styx and be like, oh, that's like, you know, this mainstream rapper. Like I know it's Styx, I know it's Lani, I know it's Queasy, I know it's Jacob, I know it's Tempo.
Yeah.
Like I know who it is. Maybe that's just because I've listened to the album like 1,000 times, but also just like
I know what you're
everyone's
talking
building
about.
sound.
Like literally how the thing is, Boston doesn't have a sound. That's the thing. We need
Massachusetts,
to find
man.
Massachusetts. My
Shout out
fault. I
Millie's.
keep saying. I normally say.
Shout
I
out Millie's.
normally say New England. New England. I'm not even talking Mass. I mean, I'm not even talking just Mass, but New England.
We'll get to New England
Yeah.
soon, hopefully.
Well, hopefully New England, but Massachusetts for now. So Massachusetts doesn't really have like a set sound. That's one thing I've noticed, which I'm sure with the scene forming the way it is, we'll find some sort of sound that's that sound. How Detroit has a sound, everywhere has a sound. But one thing, how we were talking on the phone earlier, and I texted Zion and Brian and told them, I'm like, yo, like hearing your guys' music over the years, you guys used to just sound like other people, and hearing you on this album / their unreleased stuff that they got right now, they've really like found their own sound. Like Zion, everyone used to be like, who's A Boogie?
And but I think, I mean, I'm not an artist, so like I don't record myself, but I think what might have helped those artists kind of develop their sound, or like start to sound less like the mainstream artists or whatever, is like they walked in there and like everyone was just confident in themselves. They were like, all right, because like you said, I want to make the best song I've ever made right now. I'm gonna make
everyone
a
went there with
Sean
that.
song. I'm not gonna make a song that sounds like A Boogie or
Yep,
something.
like-
sure, it has A Boogie inspiration, like Icky Icky. If you've heard that song, yes.
It's a lot of
But you can hear, it's, yeah, it's suave
Pretty
and
young.
long-lived, like not, you know what I mean? So they were confident.
I would say like how I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said, but like it's like you're competitive. You're fighting for essentially the number one song
it's
on
like
the album.
friendly
You know what I'm saying?
competition.
It's a friendly competition.
That's what
but
we wanted. That's
if
what
you
we
go
wanted
in
to-
there, yeah, like I'm thankful that 2Tex is the number one song on the album, but I went in there expecting it to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to make that sound a bad way, but you got to go in there expecting it to be and do your best work, because at the end of the day, it's still gonna be on your platform. Like you're still gonna be a part of that, no matter how much you don't want to be. You did the song already. Like
So the minute I showed you that beat, you know what was it?
I'm not gonna say all that, but I mean, like, if I'm not gonna say all that, but like, I mean, if you, I don't know, from playing sports, I have like an aggressive mentality, so I'm an aggressive person, so like, I feel like that's turned a switch. I didn't assume it. I mean, to be the number one song, but I went in there trying to do my best and make it the number one
Another
song.
question too on that song is like, I remember the minute you got there, I pulled you in. I was like, yo, Shorty's got some like beat that you fit perfect on.
Yeah.
I showed you it. You came out and you brought Queasy in. Why did you pick Queasy to be on that song with you?
I don't know. I
didn't
just
know
like
that.
I'm just
I
I don't know. It's just
Queasy,
like
my brother, the ops want some trouble.
you know, like
You
I
gotta get some Queasy.
like I said, Dave, my brother is like, I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, nah, that's for me. That's not that's for me. I I could have just been just as easily been like, yo, Gabe, can I get no ski on this shit? Or can I do this? I was like, I'd rather do a song with my boy, you know what I'm saying? And it's easier to make a song. We made that song mad quick. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I don't know. I think of my boys first before anything else. You know what I'm saying? Because those are my dogs.
How long do you think it took to record that song, like minutes wise? Because I wasn't in there for any of it.
I mean, like, it's tough because
we had to write
no
this
one
song.
came with anything written, and then you guys kind of, like, the way you two record, you kind of record what you got written, and then, like, just kind of off
You were
that
going
shit.
off of each other. I have the whole
It's just 'cause,
video,
like, the
bro.
viewers might not know, like, how the process of making the songs goes. Because, like, I know that, like, Outkast probably was one of the ones that took longer. I think it was probably at least, like, a 2-hour.
Icky was like 3
Icky
hours.
was probably closer to 3 hours.
Two
But,
texts.
like,
Two texts. I don't think was. It
It
must have
wasn't
been like
that
it
long.
must have been like 45 minutes.
Because Icky, I
and we
think, was
still had to
after.
write
And
it.
it really
So
just depends on the song and the artist. And
Yeah.
Stuff. But I don't know, because I feel like even before, like, even as a producer, before I started recording artists, I must have thought it'd take like 7-8 hours.
What
to
was the
record
shortest
that
song?
Hmm?
What was the shortest song?
On the project?
No, like what was the cool
shortest
song that we
recording song?
recorded the
Probably
quickest?
Like
Like ooh, yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's like
Ooh,
ooh,
Tremaine banged that thing out in like
5-10 minutes.
Also, KZ made that beat live
in
too. I
like
don't-
15 minutes.
Yeah,
He
he
banged
cooked
out
up the
all
beat
beats.
in like less than 20 minutes, and then Tremaine recorded his shit in like less than 30 minutes. That
Yeah.
song, from nothing to done, was done within like an hour.
fucking ridiculous.
A second.
My question to you, Sully, was there was an issue as far as like the software, right, in your room, and then you had to
Yo, that was in every room. That was a ghost, bro. Ranger, yo,
It was
Ranger.
number 5 Ghost.
Building number
Oh,
5
Ranger,
ghost.
shout out
Ranger,
Ranger.
yo.
Ranger, you're my boy.
Ranger was messing with the electricity, yo. So like,
Yeah,
you
but-
know, we were all that happened. I'm gonna say that was some freaky stuff.
Yeah,
At one
but-
point, everyone's software messed up. It wasn't just yours. It was
No,
it
it's
was
true, it's true.
Nix's, Sully's,
Oh, that was
and
yo,
KZ's
no,
software
I
all
think
messed
you were
up
gonna
at
ask a
once.
different question, but yeah, no, literally, we were just in the middle of sessions, like going about, making
Spooky
bangers,
shit.
and literally, like my thing stopped working, and then I go to Nick's, I'm like, yo, like, cause he knew Pro Tools like way better than I literally learned Pro Tools, the recording software, like,
That day of,
weekend.
right?
No,
Yeah.
I went.
But
into
I went
your
in there-
room. I went into your room looking because your shit was geeking out, and
No,
I was like,
about to go ask like him too. I was like, what's up with this? Everything just stopped working for like 5 minutes for everyone. It was so weird. But what was your question?
Nah, I was just gonna ask, like, did you guys like end up recording that around that same time, or did you guys like
The Outcast?
the Outkast?
Yeah,
I know that
it
was
no, basically why we moved, there wasn't a problem with the software. We moved from my studio to Nix's because
Wanted
there
to
was
give you a
like
break.
that because I was
Okay.
that was the day I was recording like all day
Yeah.
long, and then you ended up recording all night
Yeah.
long. But there was my room was just smaller and it was crowded, so Nix had the bigger room. So it was-
we got 60 seconds till intermission, by the way.
yeah.
So
But no, back on the topics with like process of how songs was made. Closure was made very quick too. I don't know if really people know about that, but like Styx literally, I think recorded that verse in. Aaron,
It
you
was
remember, literally, like,
it was
5 minutes.
yeah, no, the video was like 6 minutes
Yeah.
40 something set. Dude, he would be like, punch me in,
And that's
punch
how
me in.
I love when
Yeah.
artists are like that, because like it's one, we're on a way better workflow and the artist has the lyrics like fresh in their mind, and it keeps me busy as fuck the whole time, and I just love that shit. And
What can you say?
wait, we got 24 seconds.
Shout out Sticks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're gonna come back on the process.
yeah,
We'll be back soon with the process. We're gonna start getting
And a
Tempo
buffalo
to start
chicken
talking.
calzone.
Yeah, we're gonna be eating. We're gonna get Sully and Nick to talk a little more. Tempo's gonna talk more. Aaron's gonna talk about the documentary. We'll be back soon.
Lately, I've been really in my mind, thinking so much, losing track of time, but I can't let you take up all of mine. If you're leaving, then I don't care, 'cause I'm fine.
What's good, Purple World Podcast? We are back right now. So we're having some laughing difficulties, but we're good. We're energized on food. We're energized on food. Got some good eats from, what was the name of the place?
Mike's House of Pizza.
Mike's House of
Shout out
Pizza.
Mike's House of Pizza.
For real.
That
But
owns a pizza place.
all right, Tempo, what do you say?
last thing we were talking about before we went on break was the making of songs. So we were talking about Closure, Styx's verse being extremely quick. Nix, what was the engineering process like on that song?
Well, that song was recorded throughout like the entire weekend. With Tempo, I know we worked on the hook. What was it? The first or second day? Like second.
Second day.
Yeah, like second morning, for when Sticks, or for when whoever got there, and then Gabe put Sticks on that, and then we realized at the end there was an open verse, so we put Zion on it too. But the engineering process was, honestly, the project was huge because of the 3 different vocals, and we had to make like 3 different people sound smooth in one song. So that was a little tough, but other than that, it was pretty smooth.
Look the other way.
I just looked at Aaron.
What?
Bro, he was
Keeps
laughing,
on laughing,
the
bro.
whole time.
He was laughing the entire time for some reason.
He was laughing the whole
Yeah,
time.
the entire time.
The whole time we were talking, he was laughing, and I was just trying not to.
my eyes on you.
Yeah, like I was keeping my eyes on you as long as possible, and I looked over for a second, and he's just dying laughing.
Yeah, bro.
He had like a weird.
Okay.
It's turning into like
something
a
weird
vlog,
happening.
Okay.
blooper reel.
Some-
Bro,
Well,
like,
that's
this
real
is like a
shit.
blooper
Something
podcast.
weird
No,
happened.
All right, but yeah, that's what it was kind of like.
bro. All right. So, long live and you get the mic. Long live and Sticks. And who else did you make a song with? Brycey,
Doctrine.
Southern South, Star Child, Doctrine, Nyx, Cubby, Mezzo. You made songs with a lot of
Jesus.
people over the weekend.
Did you engineer Doctrine?
So how was it
I know,
like?
I just didn't realize. God damn.
I want you to talk after. We're gonna talk about like how you came to meet DoD and stuff, but I want you to talk about how it was being there and making. Well, obviously you knew Nyx before, but the experience with having Nyx engineer, like Sully and KZ, meeting them as producers. Well, you knew Sully. Did you know Sully before? You
Yeah.
didn't know, so you met Sully.
No.
So Sully and KZ, you made relationships with both of them, and then all the artists, everyone that walked in wanted to work with you. How was that? Like,
It's pretty fire. I mean, it's a lot of new features.
a lot of features.
And Nyx, like, he's like the only engineer like out there who knows what to do with my voice. Like, he actually does it right.
Shout out Mixed by Nyx.
Shout out Mixed by Nyx.
How did you guys end up meeting each other? Like, how did that come about?
So me and Nyx were both put into this like weird music group chat, and I didn't really talk to him a lot. I didn't talk to him at all. I FaceTimed him like a year and a half ago, asking to make a song, and like it just never happened. And I just didn't talk to him. And then my boy Aloe went.
You were doing so good.
You were making some
You were doing
great
so
progress.
good.
No.
Like, why? Why?
I just said Aloe.
He's 16 years old, by the way. He's 16 years old, by the way. Give him a break.
All right, bro. I'm 17. I'm
Okay, but continue.
Continue.
Talking to the
Talk to me, bro.
Then my boy Aloe, he went to Nyx's studio a lot, and he told me to like roll through with him once, and I did, and then yeah, just mess with me.
That's fine. So as far as you, right? You as an individual artist, I don't know if a lot of people are aware of your music, but what got you into music?
No weird shit, but like Justin Bieber.
That's a valid answer.
That is a
No,
valid
dead
answer.
ass.
That is
When I
a
was
valid
little,
answer, but go
when I
ahead.
was little, I used to like want to be Justin Bieber, and it kind of taught me how to sing, and then I just started making music.
Were you just like repeating on what he was
I
doing?
just
and
sang
trying to-
all his songs like every day, like all the time for like years, and it just taught me how to sing.
Damn. So it was just like repetition was like
yeah.
key.
I never
Okay.
actually had singing class. I don't even know if I like sing right. It just I taught myself how to do it. I don't know if there's like a way to do it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Just repetition was everything, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Meeting us for the first time, what was your expectations?
Nothing. I didn't really know what to expect when I was coming here, but
What,
I-
like, yeah, how was that opportunity presented when Nyx was telling you, oh, you know, we're doing an album? Like, how did that even come about?
I was like, that shit's crazy, and I didn't even think my mom would have let me go to this shit, but she did.
I hate you, man. I hate you. But, how was that like?
Shout out Mama Tempo.
Yeah, shout out Mama
Shout out
Tempo.
Tempo.
That's what's up.
Good lady.
That's what's up, man.
So I guess I had a question that the artists and a lot of people around Mass want to know is how satisfied are you guys with By Any Means Necessary? So,
You want to go first?
Yeah. I mean, to keep it brief, not at all. Like, we have more to prove. We have more talent to put out. There's just a lot more talent that we need to explore. Like we only cover Mass right now, and New England is where we want to touch on. We're a New England-based media company. We're not just a Massachusetts-based company. So for us, like we want to cover a lot more and put out a project that's a variety of artists around New England based.
Another thing I want to say, because how you said we weren't satisfied with it, I agree with that, but also I agree with the project as a whole. I was satisfied with the project as a whole. I think everything for doing what we did, doing it in 3 days, the quality of it, like lyrics, everything, I think what we got as a project, that was absolutely perfect. But Do Over Donut as a whole, we're satisfied in the sense where we're appreciative of all the love that we get. We're appreciative of all the opportunities when we've been able to get everything that's happened the past couple months. But in the sense of like we're hungry, like we want to put everyone on. Like we can't blow someone up. Like Tempo, I just met Tempo and I'm managing Tempo now. I wish I could just snap my fingers and have it be like, oh, there's kids out in LA doing shit. But it doesn't work like that because we ain't nobody in Boston really is like
Don't
that.
Me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're appreciative of everybody that's supporting us, like what we've posted and all the love that we've been receiving. But at the end of the day, like for us, we have a lot more to prove in ourselves. Like for me, I'm not only gonna conduct interviews, I also write articles. Like I'm not gonna settle myself for less. And that should go by everybody that pursues something. Like don't settle yourself for less. You know what I mean? Like go a full extent. Like that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like go a full extent. Like don't just do what people are telling you to do to get to where you need to be. Go a full extra step. You know what I'm saying? To make yourself an outcast, make yourself different from everybody else that are pursuing what you do. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what we're trying to do with Do Over Don't.
That's a fact. Like you saying all of that, I feel like I won't be satisfied. Even if I make a couple people blow up, that will feel good. Yeah, but I won't feel satisfied until like here is the next hot spot. Yeah. Like I want people, I said it in my interview, I want people to be like, I want to come to Massachusetts to work. Yep. And the people I want them to be coming here to work with, I want them to be like, yo, I want to go work with DBG in Mass. Yo, I want to go work with Tempo. Yo, I want to get a beat from Sully. Yo, mixed by, oh my God. I did what you did in that vlog. Yep. Mixed by Nix's studio. Yo, I want to go hit that studio. Like, I want it to be like that. And then for us, I want it to be like, oh, we're going in town. I want to go do something with the Do It But Don't people while I'm here. But I really just want to get the community. We have our little it's a good amount of people we got intertwined, but I want to intertwine more people. Exactly. And as far as like the project aspect goes, I want to say to everyone that wasn't on the project that's been rocking with us from the beginning. Stay tuned. We're sorry. We're sorry about it, but stay tuned. We had to limit what we did because of the COVID capacity, so there was not nearly as much people in the area as we wanted. But don't worry, we got something for everyone who wasn't there.
And we're appreciative of every artist. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're good now.
Yeah, and just once more to add on to what Gabe was saying, we're appreciative of every artist that was on this project. Like they took the time out their day, you know what I'm saying, to put out an amazing piece. And if it wasn't for them, we would have never done what we did. You know what I mean? For us to hit 10K in 9 days, like that's 8 days to be exact. Like that is just phenomenal. But that just goes to show you like how much love, you know what I'm saying, that you guys have for what we're trying to do and what they're trying to do at the end of the day. So just keep that in mind. Like for every artist out here, for every artist in Connecticut, Rhode Island, like what we're doing is, I would say, bigger than media. You know what I'm saying? Like
we are. Yeah, I said it in my interview. What we're doing is so much bigger than media because it's like, yeah, we are media in the sense we show. I said it. I don't give a fuck about media. Like we're giving everyone like even you, because you make music too. Don't get it twisted. Mixed by Nix, make some beautiful music too. Yeah, make some beautiful music. But like. Literally everyone in this room, not like that's the best part about this. It's not just me getting closer to my dreams. It is everyone else. Yeah. But all of you guys, it's literally building a roadmap for you guys to get closer to what you're doing. Yeah. Literally. Like, and that's the dopest thing about running this shit is just helping so many people. Like, bro, there's so many, even if at some point we did a little repost and it's only like 10 followers, there's been so many like creatives that we've been able to help within the past however many months we've been doing this shit. It's insane. Like, it's insane, and that's a dope feeling, but it's really a roadmap. Like, building a roadmap for anyone. Like, but the bigger the media sense, you could call us a media company, I don't know any media companies that record albums, film documentaries, like shoot music videos. Yeah, we're technically categorized under a media company, but it's way, way bigger than media.
Exactly. And just even for me, right? Like journalism falls under media, but what I do, like I said, is bigger than me. I don't even label myself as a journalist. You can label me as a public figure, just someone, excuse me, who's trying to put on for people that need it. You know what I'm saying? Like for them, for people that actually pursue what they want to do, it's a joy for me to see that because I remember having doubt in myself, wanted to pursue, you know what I'm saying, football. Like that's what I wanted to do originally. I wanted to play ball. I wanted to play pro ball. But people had
Facts.
Yeah, I'm saying like, but people was in my ear telling me otherwise. And I'm happy I found something that I have a niche for. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of people respect me in this field. And it's a joy to see like people actually pursue what they want to do. It just brings a smile to my face because it's like, damn, like they're doing it. It keeps me motivated to like be on that level too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if it wasn't for like those artists, you know, like I say artists is like even videography, like, you know what I'm saying? Anything that involves in art, you know what I'm saying? That's being created. I appreciate every single one of them. So that's all I want to say on that.
Why did it stop again? What did we say right before?
Yeah, no, just, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for like everything because y'all helped out a lot, and obviously, like, but the other thing I was gonna say about being bigger than media, like, the team, bro. I feel like the team aspect is because obviously, like, the team is like everyone here except for Lani3x. That's the DoD team. Like, this is the DoD team, but I feel like there's the team, and then there's just the family. Community. Yeah, there's the family, which is just like everyone in the group chats, all you guys who've been there from the beginning, all of those people, like that's the family. Like that's the family. If we just go randomly find you and we go post you on the story, that's like, yo, you're in the family. Like obviously there's a closer part of the family, like that it's interconnected, but everyone that gets into the community, it's just such a like brotherhood, but it's everyone's building each other too. That's the other thing.
My question for Nix, because I never got to ask this question, but why did you want to join Do What We Don't?
Well, I just want to put on for Massachusetts. Like literally, I was telling Sully this the other day. Like I want to take a map of Massachusetts, like cities and towns, and like find an artist from like every town. Like there's just so much talent we don't know about. Like look at the little map that we made for like the album. There's only like a tiny part of Massachusetts that we really like touched upon. You know what I mean? There's so much more of Massachusetts that we don't know about. Like Worcester's probably popping. We have no idea. Same with Springfield. Like all these cities in Massachusetts are just probably doing their thing that we have no idea about. But once we touch upon all of Massachusetts, that's really how we're going to create a foundation here to like have like a successful music scene. And like I always wanted to open a recording studio because engineer and like I was gonna do it on my own, but like I don't know, it's just not as motivating, and it would have been tough, like, financially, and it's just nice to have, like, I don't really know if I'm allowed to say this, but, like, yeah, we're going to open a Do Over Don't studio.
That's an announcement. That's an announcement. That's an announcement. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's
Studio 2021. We might cut this part out, but we don't know, but
Studio sleepovers. Let's fucking go.
Studio sleepovers, but yeah, I just always knew it would, like, it'd be a great idea to have a Do Over Don't like recording studio because like I don't know, that's gonna create such a community in Massachusetts. Like I have a community in my basement studio right now. Like it's a blessing to see like artists meet each other through my goddamn basement. Like you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
The first time, because I met you before I even did this shit. I went with, or right when I started this shit, when I went to with Brian and Zion for the Come for the Throne album party. I went there and I was just like, Brian and Jake, yo, they're like, oh, that kid makes music, that kid, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, this is before I did that thing where I met mad people through Snapchat and shit. I was just like, dude, what the fuck? There's this many people here. Like that girl Hannah, yo, that spits. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, and the fact too, because Hanson's so like out of everything else, I was like, yo, all the way over here, this many people are coming together to your house for your thing.
I'm from Kingston, so I was like, damn, people make music out here.
Yeah, like when I first told him about you, he was like shocked. He's like, people make music in Hanson? And I'm like, bro, I didn't know either, but I went to a concert there. Like,
I was like, I wasn't like startled. I was like, oh wow, like I was just like kind of like surprised because like you know what I mean, like if you think about it, like Silver Lake and like Hanson, like those like Whitman, like that's it's ideal white people. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
I'm gonna be honest, cause I met him and Jake through Sam. We was actually with the Bryce C concert, right? That's what it was.
No. But like, yeah, kind of. But then we like really met at the Providence Airbnb.
Oh yeah, so we were at there's an Airbnb that we got in Providence, and it was just a bunch of artists and shit. Yeah, if the pulling up video was shot there.
There's 4 of us here.
Yeah.
That was the first time I met all of
Yeah,
those
exactly.
guys.
Scared of COVID.
And I didn't even. I was there. I didn't pay no mind to Aaron and KSully. I was just kind of just like sticking. I don't know them. And at that time I hadn't started making music yet. So yeah. And then we came here, or Sam told me, he's like, oh, Jacob has a studio. Like or we talked about it at the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Actually, we talked about it at the Airbnb. Sam was like, yo, just slide him in, because we were looking for a studio that we could rely on and someone who does the work. Like they're not just gonna be like critiquing it too much, you know. They're not letting you work your craft. Then we came here and I was like, what the fuck? This bitch is far as shit. It's like 40 minutes from the crib. And then you just start to see the artists flowing through, and you're like, oh damn. Like, and me and him he's like one of my good friends. Now I'm seeing even more artists because I just come here to chill now type shit. So now I'm seeing even more. Before it was like Owen and a couple others, but now it's just like I see like pretty much every single artist that's coming through. Yeah, but before that I had no idea that people was making music, just like how you guys was surprised. I had no idea that people was making music like that.
Yeah, facts. Like Tempo was in Danvers, bro. Like
man.
you know what I mean? Like I had no idea. Like he has like a crew of friends that all make music too. Like I had no idea like that was going on in the North Shore.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I don't know. It's just,
bro, he be having a different person every single day. He's making music.
I know.
Like,
and that's good.
I know.
Good.
It's good.
That just goes to show you that there is no spotlight. We don't know any idiot. There's like no like type of like building towards like showing these artists off. Like everybody's just kind of like in the dark about it. You
literally,
know what I'm saying? So,
that could be like the next Post Malone in one of these towns, and you have no fucking idea. And literally, all it takes like we literally had no idea who you were, and he's like, "Yo, this kid needs to come to the album. Just trust me, trust me."
I was like, at first, I was like, oh, you know, like good to put people on, but if we already had our set in stone, like we already had our set in stone people we wanted on the album, so I was very skeptical in that degree. But I mean, need I say, like you've impressed us all, man. But yeah, at first I was
glad
like,
you took my word.
that's just to say the least, bro. That's just to say the least. But at first, like I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I personally was very skeptical about having you on the album, but shit, I changed my mind. On like 3 or 4 songs, so fuck it. Five to be exact. My bad. 5 to be exact.
5. I mean, kid got talent.
Fucking cut you off. I want you guys to explain more about y'all relationship. Like, how did you guys get close?
Like literally through music, and that's like the coolest thing about this stuff is like, I don't know, like we're like business partners essentially, but like we're friends too. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, and he just kept recording with me and stuck with it, and he worked hard, and I don't know, I like to help people that work hard. So like Lani kept working hard, and like I don't know, it was kind of, I don't want to say like I was showing him the ropes, but like just kind of helping with like recording and shit, like show him how to do layers, like ad libs, and just like different stuff here and there, help him experiment with his voice. And then like to see the progress with him too is crazy. But like I don't know, relationship shit, like at the end of the day, me and him are like brothers now, and that was through music.
Like the crazy, like he's such a genuine dude. So it's like we only March? It was March. Yeah. So March is just like from March to now, he's been one of my guys, you know what I'm saying? So that like that shows you that he's like a good person, and he's all like about helping people too. Like he kind of told a story about the tempo thing. Yeah, like he was like, yo, I could have just as easily been like, nah to tempo, like I don't want to work with you, all this shit. But he did his, like he stuck to his morals and he helped them out. So like that's just like him telling me that story is like, damn, like this is a good person to be around. And like you said, he's showing me the ropes. Like I haven't been doing this that long, so he's still showing me shit, and I'm experimenting with shit, and he's giving me the feedback that I need to become a better artist. So I think that's like a good thing that he has as a weapon, you know what I'm saying? Like that he can use for other artists, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, no, we like brothers type shit. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I was gonna say that was one thing. Like, I feel like you did a lot. Like, elaborate on some of the stuff you've done for the community, because I feel like you have done a good amount of things. Like
so
you and Jake throwing.
Yeah, nah.
stuff
Shout
like
out
that.
Jake put me on too.
Yo,
Like
shout
shout
out
out Jake put me on. Like
Always showing love.
PPTL.
Always showing love.
like that ass. That's the homie, and we were running shit
PPTL
since
for
like
life.
2018. So like, if you listen to this, I saw Lil Sebi in concert in Hanover in the winter of 2018.
So you already knew about Sebi before?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
isn't that crazy? Like just to think about, in like some weird like YMCA. Like I'm not even
Bruh.
kidding. And then like we were running stuff with like Look Cool,
Yeah.
which was like awesome, you know, like it was like a little community, like I don't know, and it was just like people making music in the area, and then like I don't know, everyone from that kind of went their separate ways, but I don't know, we've thrown shows for how many shows have I thrown? I've shown like 5 or 6 shows now.
Damn.
Like one was in my basement, which is probably my favorite show I've ever thrown. And then the rest were in like small VFWs. Like I don't know, that's the way to do it. If anyone's looking to throw a show, like rent out a local VFW, like decorate that shit yourself. Like it's all do it yourself, but like people respect that shit.
Yeah.
Charge $5 at the door to try and like cover the what you paid for the VFW, and just like I don't know, just like turn up with your friends.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like
Damn, I never asked you these questions about this. Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
yeah, and like that's what we were doing, and it was awesome. And then like we threw shoes for hold up, I'm trying to think. Like I came close with like Zion and Brian through like I threw a show for them. You know what I mean? Back in like a VFW.
So you're like a promoter / engineer.
Like, I don't know. I was
Show too,
yeah, I
right?
was like
Yeah,
performing at
that's
shows too, but it was mainly Jake like throwing shows. It was just like I was right there to help him with everything, and so yeah, like in terms of helping the community, like I've thrown shows for artists. Obviously I engineer for artists and stuff like that, but I don't know if I've been running stuff in well, not essentially running, but like trying to do my thing in Massachusetts for like 3 years now. So I've met a lot of people, and I know a lot of people in the area doing their thing, but I don't know all, like as we know. So
Yeah.
I don't know. In terms of like helping the community, like you could say I've done. I don't know.
You've done a lot.
Yeah,
You've
not
done a lot,
really,
bro.
but like I want to do way more. You know, and that's essentially like why I joined Do Over Don't, because I see what you guys are doing for the community. It's like, yo, like I'm right there with you guys. Like let's fucking do this shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
What has Jake taught you about yourself as far as being an artist? Because I know that he's very critical about some of your work, like as far as like
Yeah.
pushing you. So
Nah,
elaborate more on that.
Like he's hard on me, you know, or like essentially not anymore, because I'm not necessarily like an artist, like artist full front anymore. I'm more of an engineer now, so like he's
You're
not
still an artist.
necessarily-
You're still
yeah.
an artist.
I mean, like kind of, but like he's not like
Engineering isn't.
yeah, but like he's kind of he used to be my manager, but like obviously that's not like a thing anymore. But when he was doing that shit, like he was helping me 100%, and what he taught me is like to create moments, and that's what he always preached, was like we're here to create moments. Like you really can't compare yourself to anyone else, because no one started at the same time. Like no one moves at the same pace. Like everyone's different, you know what I mean? And he was like, just create moments for yourself in music. And like back to Lani's question when he asked like, were we satisfied? Like yes, we created a moment. You know what I mean? We created a dope ass moment that we're gonna look back on and be like, yo, like we did that shit. And that's how I look at like shows and shit that I've done. Like, yo, that was a cool moment. You know what I mean? Like albums I've dropped. Like, yo, cool moment.
Songs that were recorded. in
Yeah.
the house,
Exactly. It's just creating
Even
moments.
when I hear like the songs, I like think back, like just the stuff, or even for the album mix, for example, like I hear the song, I picture the whole session, the whole room, the vibe in the room. Not to be like cliche, but like
Bro.
it's just moments that were created. Bro.
Yeah.
So
After
many of them.
after the album for like 3 weeks, I'm not even kidding. I had at least like two or three times a week. I would just have dreams of waking up there. Like I'm not even kidding you. My dreams were like me at the album, that happening.
No, but yeah, in terms of like in terms of Jake, like that's my brother. That's who I started with.
Mhm.
That ass, and
Oh,
he's
smash.
yeah, that's like that's homie.
Word. Shout out Jake, man, for real.
For
Always
real.
always
That's-
showing me DMs, always sending me love, bro. I appreciate you for
That's another real dude too. They the same. It's crazy. They like.
Yeah.
I think the only thing with Jake, he's probably a little bit more feisty and like he's like a
Nah,
little.
if shit don't go his way sometimes,
Yeah,
so,
he's a little feisty,
yeah,
but
but-
Jake's a real good,
yeah.
like good, genuine dude. That's another dude that I got an opportunity to link up with and talk to a little bit about, like I'm learning shit as we going about the industry. Like exactly. But like I feel like I don't know. Some people have been recording for a long time. You know how you just start off and you just don't know shit. Like you don't even know if you're supposed to charge for a feature before or after. Like you don't know if you're supposed to send it after. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just little shit that I'm learning, and having a dude like Jacob, Jake, and Sam around, like that. Those are just like a good tight circle to have around. And same thing goes for DBG. They teaching me shit too of how to pump songs out at a fast rate. You know what I'm saying? Like Stacks can make a song in like 20 minutes. Yep. E-Bands he just talked to me not too long ago about being like more versatile flows and switching up lyrics and shit like that. We both had a conversation about that. So I think it's just like having good people around you, and everybody's been genuine so far.
Dope, man. Yeah. Explain more about you and Sam's relationship, because I know from hearing what you're saying, Sam has done a lot for you just to push me guys like Nix. Yeah. What has Sam done for you to push yourself?
Like I don't know. That's just my dog, you know. He's like I said, he's a genuine guy. Like he just like he looks out for me, you know, because the industry is cold. Like like the industry is cold. Like there's a lot of people out there that's heartless and they don't give a fuck. So he's like, I wouldn't say, yeah, I guess like grooming just in the event that something does pop off, because you never know. Like I could be doing this shit for a long time.
No, like I feel like anytime you get in a sticky situation with this shit, like we go to Sam.
Yeah, like, so like Sam is like, because obviously
he's an insider.
Yeah, he's an insider. So you just like you ask him a question. We're like, so what the fuck do we do now, or what's the best way to approach dropping a song, or like marketing shit. The first thing I do is call Sam, send him songs, what he thinks. Excuse me. What he thinks will appeal to the audience and shit like that, and what has replay value and what doesn't. So that's a good thing about him. He has the inside, and he's just like he's willing to spit the game for free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he's really trying to put people on and like not throw them a bone, but like put people on to where you still work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, Sam's my boy, and I don't think that'll ever change.
For real. Speak more about I almost lost my train of thought, but speak more about you as an artist and your versatility, your style. How would you identify your own style of music?
I don't even think I really have just one style. I'm branching off, like on the album, I branched into 2 different sounds. Some people are hearing this shit and they're like, where the fuck is Lani at? Yeah. I had somebody tell me that. I'm like, I'm right here, bro. Like, this is my part. And I'm like, nah. So I'm just like trying to branch off into different shit and learn stuff. Cause like I said in the DBG short interview or whatever, like nobody's trying to hear the same shit over and over again. That shit gets boring as fuck. Like, I don't know. I guess I could be honest and say like certain artists that I listen to, I'm just like, oh, I'm not trying to hear this no more. Like that shit's annoying as fuck.
Yep.
But yeah, just like branching off into different shit, using new beats that like is out of the ordinary for you to use, different like cadences in your sound. Like that shit is like, I find that like fun for me. Like I like doing the high pitched shit, and I like doing like the fast shit and stuff like that. So I feel like that's like something that I'm proud of, like being more versatile and shit like that.
Where you spoke more about appeasing to your audience and like getting insight as far as like Sam's insight. What is important to you, appeasing to your audience or appeasing to yourself?
I mean, both. Yeah, I'm gonna say both, because I could do whatever I like to do, but that's not helping me. That's not helping me do nothing. Like I feel like based off the music I listen to all different types of shit, like rock, country, pop, drill rap, regular rap. Like I listen to all that.
You try to get influences from each.
Yeah, and I just see how that affects certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear a sad song and that, like, I don't know, that you just like you love somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what my goal is. I just want people to be able to feel the music.
Create a mood, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that like, I don't know, that shit is cool to me. Like I feel like that's like the best part about it.
All right.
How dope is it seeing people like relate to your songs and stuff like that, or catch a vibe off your songs?
I don't know. I feel like that's cool. Like you.
Like, have you ever been at like parties or anything where like, people played your shit?
I've been at.
Hate that shit.
Really? I don't like. I don't.
That shit used to piss me off so bad.
Is this still weird?
It's a little weird, but like at this. This has been my tongue. At the same time, it's like That's the only way. Like, if
Yeah,
you're making
yeah,
music,
I
like,
hate it, but like, nah, in high school and like people throw that shit on,
You
just
think
like
it was
fuck
weird?
with you. It's just like,
You
bro,
think they're trying to fuck with you?
I don't
or,
know.
like,
It's
is
just
that-
like, yo,
If
I
they're
don't
in
like
high
this
school, a
shit.
lot of
but
people.
even if they are like,
Yeah,
even if they are fucking with you, because literally, I bet all of us have been in that.
I count that as a
situation.
listen. If you
Yeah.
fucking with me, I
Yeah,
count that as a
Yeah.
listen,
Also,
bro.
there
That's
might
a
be that
listen.
one person there that's like, I
I
actually,
actually
really
like this,
fuck
yeah.
with this shit. Like, you know what I mean? And everyone else is kind of like, okay, all right.
I haven't had the
I
instance
just
where
don't like
somebody.
playing my own
You
stuff.
just
I don't
think
know.
that they think he's cringy.
Yeah, I haven't.
I just don't like playing my own
I don't
stuff.
like.
I haven't had the
playing
instance
stuff.
where somebody's been like, somebody's played a song, like every time they play it, they're like, "Yo, this shit is fucking crazy," like, and it weirds me out because I think like I'm harsh on myself about it, and I
Very
like to eat.
critical.
I'm like, I can take the criticism. I just told him the other day, I'm like, "Yo, you need to fucking critique this shit out of me. Like, I need everything. Like you need to tell me everything that's wrong with it."
On the ride home.
Yeah, like everything you need to tell me everything that's wrong with it, everything that you like about it, what could change, because like it's better getting input, and a lot of people can't take the criticism. They think that you're a hater right off the bat. So I like that part. Like, I like that people are listening to my shit because like it doesn't faze me. Like, I want to know what you actually think about the song. That's appeasing to my audience. That's what I think of that.
What keeps you What keeps you motivated and driving you every day? As far
I
as
mean-
want to make you, yeah.
I put like the same amount of passion, like I said before, I love sports. Like the same amount of energy that I put towards my sports, I try to put towards music. I mean, I let slack off a little bit, but like, who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Everybody slacks off at a certain point, and I just feel like I need to let my shit ride out and just like try to take as much as I can. Like he said, I'm gonna let some shit ride off and then drop whatever I gotta drop. I'm not gonna drop something right off the bat.
Yeah.
The album just came out like 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm gonna let that shit ride out and just let it take point. You know what I'm saying?
Is there something that you want to? Because I feel like just even talk to me. There's something that you want to do with music that's outside of music.
Yeah, like I don't plan on being a rapper forever. I love music, but I don't plan on being a rapper forever. That's not a long time job, you know what I'm saying? Some people can do it. Some people have a lot of longevity, but I don't think. I mean, you never know. Right now, at this instance, I'm thinking of the next step after music. So, yeah,
What is it, man?
I want to take it like a Bibby route type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you rap a little bit, and you stop, and then you find artists and shit like that, and be an insider in the music industry. So I think that's my next goal. Once I feel like my time with music is done.
Why do you see that is valuable to just music as a whole? Why do you see it?
Yeah, and you giving back, and the culture is constantly changing. So you can find new art. Like, you think about the music that was out just 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it's totally different from right now.
Yep.
So I think that's a key part of the, like, finding new sounds. That I'm pretty sure in a couple of years the sound's gonna change. Drill's not gonna be around forever. It's gonna change again. It was here, then it was gone, and now it's back. But it's gonna go away again. So I feel like you just have to constantly just keep like
evolving.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep
Adapting.
evolving, and just like you have to be able to take the next step, because a lot of, like, think about the old heads. They're not trying to listen to
Yeah.
the new shit that's out right now. Like, what the fuck? But they have to handle that. That's like something that they have to adapt
to,
with.
yep.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to evolve with the community and the culture, and find new artists for hip hop in general.
Word.
No, just something. This is kind of off topic, but what you were saying about how you like drill was here and went away, and now it's back, and it'll definitely go away again. Like, that shows like the industry and just like music in general is always changing and always evolving. So because like I've always loved making music and stuff, and I like had the idea that I would be a musician, but I never like thought I would really do it until I realized that like there is enough for everybody. Like, because I thought, I was like, how am I supposed to break past like Nick Mira right now and like Wheezy? Like, they're killing the game. How am I supposed to get in there? But at some point, hate to say it, they're gonna phase out of the game, and there's room for people to move up. I could fill Wheezy's spot in no like disrespectful way, but he's gonna phase out of the game, and everyone is.
Yeah.
Had new people to phase in there.
You could take a look at the Chicago drill scene. DJ L was one of the biggest drill producers coming out of there, and now he's not really doing much. That's no disrespect to him, but there's not really much coming out of him besides the artists that he worked with originally. You don't hear him on any major mainstream songs right now. And again, that's where somebody like Sully could step in and revive, like Axel and 808 Mellow. They came in and revived the drill culture with a same type of sound. Yeah, you know, same type of sound, but it's a little different.
Exactly.
It's
Innovate.
tweaked.
Yeah, that's the beauty
It's
thing.
it's the evolution of the sound.
Exactly.
Because
Innovation is
it's
everything.
gonna
Yep.
be-
Go ahead.
It's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Every time, but that's dope. Like,
Yeah.
think every era of music, and like, there's no way no one can't see this. Like, is different.
Yeah.
This music from, we were saying 10 years ago sounds different, but look at 50 years ago, it was like crazy different. So
There's
it
no
moves,
words
like,
on a
slowly,
song.
but like,
It was gay.
Yeah.
I said this earlier when we were talking about like now that we're talking about sounds changing. Do you guys think Boston will adapt the sound, or do you think
Right
do you
now
guys-
we're in the middle because
middle.
if you think about it,
right now we don't have a sound.
yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of drill stuff coming out though.
it's drill, but because you got to think about it, we're right next to New York.
Yeah, that's
Everybody's
what I
coming
mean.
from New York.
Everything. I feel like Boston always copies New York. Whatever happens
Yeah.
in New York, Boston has it a couple months.
But
later.
we're also picking up the Detroit shit.
Yeah.
You can't really name another city or state that is doing the same thing as them, just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
So I feel like soon, but I don't know. There's no telling on that because we're not even close to that.
Yeah.
There's no beat that we have that's gonna, like, the West Coast has their shit.
Yeah.
They always had. So like, there's no way we're gonna. Yeah, you know.
West Coast, like I don't know, shoreline. Like,
Yeah. There's no way for us to tell because we're not even close to having a beat that sounds like ours.
Yeah.
It's somebody else's.
And to add on to his point, I think the biggest thing is too for us, it's like we can adapt to each sound. Even that alone is our own sound because we're able to gain influences from Chicago, from, you know what I'm saying, places like Michigan and from areas like New York. So like that alone just shows you how versatile we are. I think that's our sound. You know what I mean? Like I guess you can say, but to answer your question, I think like that's in due time, but Lord knows when that date is, you know what I'm saying? So
That's like so far away. Like, cause you think about it, like Mezzo makes totally different music from me.
Yeah. No.
I make totally different music from Stacks and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Emails and shit. Like, it's everybody's doing their own thing, and it has no type of correlation at all.
My thing with what I was saying, because I know that's how it is. I was wondering, do you guys think we'll go in the direction where we do adapt the sound, or do you think it will like stay in that direction? Like, we'll be known as just like a rainbow of different stuff.
I mean, when guys like KSully and KZ do something that's groundbreaking for the culture, I think that because they make good beats now, you know, the producers are the ones who create the sound. I think then that's when we're gonna see how it unfolds for us.
Yeah.
I forget what.
And that's like, I had a question for Sully in the sense of like music evolving and music changing. Like, I know you said you used to make like EDM, and like that's just your taste of music changing, and like the shit you like, I don't know, the shit you make, like that shit changes too.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like,
that's a good question.
yeah, like just kind of asking, like, I don't know. So obviously, music changing over time, and you're taking all your influence from it. Do you think like eventually one day it's just kind of gonna like come together type shit?
EDM. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a great.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've found I wouldn't say I found my sound as a producer. Like, going back to Wheezy, I hear a Wheezy beat, I know it's Wheezy. I hear a Metro beat now, I know it's Metro. I don't think I can do that with myself yet, but I sort of start to find my little things that I do in every beat. Not in the sense it's like, okay, he makes the same beat every time, but like, it's just a technique that I've picked up that is really mine that I didn't learn from, you know, guys like Nick Mira on YouTube or Kenny Beats. Like, I did that shit myself. I mean, I'm sure there's other people doing it, but like, I did that myself. So, I don't think I have my sound as a producer. But what did you say about?
EDM.
Yeah, when I was,
like
and then
music tastes
coming
are
up.
changing
But
over
that
time.
though, coming back from like me making EDM, like which is very different in most cases about than hip hop. Like I was making like seriously like dubstep music, and I
But
also
that
made
was
like,
hot back then.
yeah, it
You know what I
was.
mean?
That's
Like,
true.
that was the wave
That's
back
true.
then.
That's true. I think there is still a scene for that shit. Shout out guys like Trips and like Brokafo. You guys.
I'm gonna add
are
on
So
'cause,
crazy, bro. That I grew up from like with them making music in the beginning. That shit
Don't
was
forget
crazy.
about Daft Punk and all them boys.
Mhm.
I,
Yeah, that's
listen,
it.
Daft Punk is the
I'm gonna add on talking about sounds once again, if you look at states like Philly or states like Pennsylvania and Florida, they don't really have like a beat that is like where right off the bat. I think for us, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it'll be more lingo than anything, because you can basically tell right off the bat when a Florida artist is on a track. You could tell when a Philly artist is on a track. They say John or some stupid shit like that, or Florida's legit or something. So I don't think it necessarily has to be something like that. I think that because we do have a lingo out here already, I think that that could be, you know what I'm saying, that could be what it is for us. It doesn't necessarily have to be a beat.
And it's that's so true, because like the Boston accent, bro, like everyone in at least the country, if not the world, knows the Boston accent, pocket con. So like it's gonna be the sound of like the artist that like. I
think that's what's gonna be major for us more than anything. I don't think it's really gonna be I mean, it could still be. I'm not knocking that, but I think because there's a lot of states where they have a lot of popular artists, but it's the lingo for them that makes them wiggle through and make it to the top.
Word. Yeah, so we're gonna hop into like the whole generational aspect and the evolution as far as music goes. And next up will be Tempo, 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 14, 16. I swear, yeah. But he's a young kid, making music. When we first met him, it was at the album, right? And so how was that like being at the album for the first time and just experiencing the whole aspect of, working with Nix again?
I feel like at the album, it was a lot of people like appreciating each other's work, even though they were like completely different sounds. Everyone definitely appreciated each other and like worked off each other. And I feel like there was a lot of bonding because we're all like pursuing the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Working with guys like Nix, like how did you guys even meet each other?
So like I was put into this group chat a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, some shit. When was that?
Probably a year and a half ago.
Probably like a year and a half ago. We were put into this group chat with a bunch of small rappers. It was like a music group chat, and I worked with everyone in there except for Nix. So one day I got his number. I don't know how I got it, but I called him and we were on FaceTime and we talked about making a song together. And then I just didn't hear from him for like a year, and I just didn't pull through with it. I didn't even like start it, any of that. And then my boy Aloe went to his studio. And then he brought me with him, so I pulled through here, and ever since I just been working with Nix a lot.
Word. So like how has you and Nick's relationship like molded each other? Like what has he shown you about your music and art?
I feel like with Nix, we sound a lot alike, and
that's a fact, dude.
Love in the end.
Love in the end. The song that they put out with
Lie to Me.
Yeah.
You can't tell who
so how was it making that song at the album? Because you guys, I remember that was the first thing I heard you guys making, and that was a banger, and I was so sad.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
No, but going back to what Tempo said,
could recreate the album cover.
When you FaceTime me, like, I heard like potential in like that squeaky little 15-year-old voice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I knew,
deep, bro.
but nah, like the music you were showing me, like, I don't know, like the mixture quality wasn't there. I knew he was just a kid starting out, but like, I don't know, like we talked about making a song together. It never really fell through. A few months later, we're in a music group chat together, like talking about stuff, and I started helping and whatnot, and like I don't know, it's just a kind of a blessing to see like him evolve too. It was just the coolest thing in the world to see that kid evolve. So yeah.
Thank you for all you did for him.
Thank you for all you did for me.
I know you guys are saying like I did a lot for him, but like he's a workhorse. Like I said, I like to help people who work hard. And he probably records 2-3 demos a day.
Yeah.
Like he's a workhorse. You know what I mean? I like to work. Yeah.
That's a fact. But no matter how hard you work, there's always times where you need like a little bit of help, and you gave him that little bit of help.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you for introducing him to us. Like, thank you.
Speak more about why you wanted to manage him in the first place.
Bro, when I heard his voice, and then like after the album, cause I was just cool with him. It was funny. Like the first day I met him, I remember hearing his voice the first time. I already said it in my interview. Everyone was talking about his unreleased music. I heard his unreleased music. It was like pretty good. I was like, damn, this is actually fire. But then like hearing his voice live, I was like, yo, what the fuck? This ain't no auto-tune, nothing. Like I was shocked. and then the kid had a good personality, and then after the album, like, we talked a little, and then I just saw his work momentum. Like, this kid makes like 3 songs a day, dude. Like, and you hear the quality of them. After the album, he started learning how to mix himself now. So obviously he goes to Nick's still to get that crisp sound, but he's mixing himself now. Like, some of the stuff you're hearing, and he's working with D-Swerve. This kid's 16, just made an album with 2 people from Ohio. Like, and
actually, there's like 4 people from Ohio because there's features from Ohio too.
Exactly. And this kid's 16 years old doing that. Like, his talent, the fact that he's carries himself so well for being so young and is already this advanced. How long you been making music? 3-4 years, you said, right?
Since I was like 14 years old, I was making music on my phone.
Okay.
So like
2 years?
Like 2 years, yeah.
Well, see, 2 years and this kid's already this talented, but just his work ethic, really. His work ethic and then the talent that I noticed right from the jump. I was just like, yo, this kid. The biggest thing, I never seen so many people be like, yo, that kid sounds dope, because every single person that walked into that album was like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? And then it would be like, oh, it's Tempo, and they're like, what? Like, everyone was just like shocked. So
thank you.
He shocked me too. Like, but I never seen people react to someone's voice like that. So that was what made me want to manage the kid, honestly, and the work ethic.
So how did you end up like falling through with mixing? Like, did Nick teach you how to mix, or did you teach yourself?
Well, like, I've always not you.
I haven't taught him. I'm not gonna lie, I really haven't taught him anything.
Oh, like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's taking the initiative to do it on his own.
He does watch, though. You can tell. It's part of the hardworking attitude of him. Like, when we're doing stuff on the computer, he's never, like, off on his phone. And if he is, he's writing lyrics, but he's always paying attention.
That's
wants to
one
grow.
thing I
And
noticed
you saw
about
that.
him
You
at
saw
the
that he
album,
always wanted
yo.
to get better and
At the
grow.
album, one thing, because I didn't even say that the whole time, but, like, when I left, they were telling me this kid was up to, like, 6 in the morning recording songs every day. Like I said, he got 5 songs on the album, but this kid literally had, like, 5, 6. How many other songs do you think you recorded at the, like, Nauseous, Lie to Me? There were so many songs.
Another one with Nick's where it was like,
we made like half a song.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were just recording stuff like that, but I did notice that too when you weren't recording, except for the times when you and Brian were laughing together.
Yeah.
You guys, like, you were just observing people, and I could tell you were really trying to build off of that and observe what other people were doing. That was another thing I noticed about you.
Thank you.
That's good. So yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I have taught him stuff and I don't know, but nah, I don't know.
Good shit.
Nah, but like mixing, he's doing his thing with it, and I hear it like getting better over time. Like demos and stuff, they're all sounding better, and that's just like good, you know. Because eventually, I hope he, you know, does what I do. Like obviously, he's a very talented artist, and I hope he, you know, stays an artist. But I hope he does like engineering for other people on the side and stuff, just to like help people.
Yeah. Like Dr. Dre, like
My voice crack.
made his mark. He did his thing in the hip hop scene, and now he's like the head of a label and stuff. He's doing his own thing. It's like, you know,
That's a good thing he brought that up. That's like going back. You don't necessarily, you're not the hottest in the game anymore, but you're sticking with the culture. You stick with the culture, and you find the new artists like Tempo and other artists that were there. You find them, and you build off of that, and you just like we said, you just mix with the culture and which way it's going. There's no way of stopping it. That's just the way it's gonna go.
There's so many. I just lost. There's so many, like, different things you could do to contribute if you're not an artist, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, even you, for example, you were an artist, an engineer, and you were doing other stuff, contributing. Like Aaron, you're a cameraman. You contribute with your camera work, but also promotion, stuff like that. There's so many ways you could contribute. And how you were talking earlier about once music is relevant, like going further than that, I think I said it in my interview, one thing that people need to realize is like going with what you're best at, and who's to say what else you can't. Like, if you're making music, but you realize, say you keep finding a bunch of good artists and you sort of like coach them, and that works better for you, go with that rather than going with music. Like, people got to really just find what's best for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like one thing with Nyx I noticed is that like he's always working on covering like all of the different things. Like, he went from an artist to engineering, and now he's doing like producing
and trying to make
even
beats.
like graphic
Always
designing.
That's what's good about everyone at this table. Everyone here, we're always constantly growing. Like, We've all
Be a
seen
geek in your craft.
literally.
Like, just literally be a geek in your craft. Like, just learn as much as you can. Like, I don't know. I appreciate everyone. Like, even though I am an engineer and like I make money when people come to record me, I still tell like all my clients, no one's gonna engineer your own voice better than you because you know what you want it to sound
That's
like.
a fact.
Like, it is. People don't really think of it, but like it is hard sometimes for artists to communicate how they want it to sound to me. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I really don't know. Like people be like, "Yo, can you make it sound like it's like underwater?" And like, yeah, like I know it like now, but like back then I was like, "Yo, like what?" Like just like messing around with stuff and like just stuff like that, like little shit that you have to like kind of like process and be like, all right, what do they actually like mean, and like what do I have to do for to make it sound like that? You know, it's just like stuff like that. I don't know.
Word. I mean, I guess another question I would ask Temple that I already asked you was, Joe, like what keeps you driving every day? Like I'm hearing all these things. You're observing people's work, but why? Why do you do it?
I mean, it's just I love music, you know what I mean? And that's like the only thing that keeps me going is like I don't do anything else except for make music. That's like all I do. And I feel like seeing other people do it makes me want to do more of it. I don't know, it's just something. If I listen to music, like I'd be in my room listening to like Ian Dior, Justin Bieber, like my favorite artist, it makes me just get up and make a song. You know what I mean?
It just keeps on motivating you, just like by observing and just
Yeah.
you gain influence that way.
Yeah, definitely by other artists. That's how I'm influenced.
Word, man.
Not as much with my sound, but just to like get up and do it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm working on trying to find like my own sound. I feel like I've progressed with that.
You think you? Yeah. So you don't think you found yourself like as far as being an artist? Like you don't think you found your sound yet? You think it gradually takes time to do that?
I say it took. I feel like I basically have found my sound, but I know it's gonna like evolve. But I feel like for now I'm like set with what I'm doing, like sound wise.
I feel like artist sounds are always evolving.
That's due to innovation, I would say. Like that's due to
like
just.
Lil Skies is like one artist I've noticed that's having like, he's evolving heavy right now, and like his fans are having like a tough time with it, and it's like people gotta realize like, yo, like he's evolving as a human, and like I don't know, his music is gonna evolve.
Cardi too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hated on Cardi, as did a lot of people, and okay, I still will, cause it's not my thing right now. But like his album like that he just dropped versus the albums he dropped a couple years ago. Our sounds do evolve 100%. Yeah.
I feel like things that really like show the different sound in like an artist is like Lani, like with his like the voices, like Lani does like that aggressive voice. Styx has like a different voice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they have their own sounds, type shit.
Yeah. Everyone definitely has their own sounds. I feel like for the most part, like I feel like people don't really sound like, yeah, you could tell with certain people there's influence from certain people, but for the most part everyone sounds like them. Like I don't hear a Lani3x song and I'm like, oh, this sounds like that person. I'm like, that's Lani. Like, or here at Tempo, the only time that you actually sounded like Nyx was on Love in the End. That was the only, or no, it wasn't even you because you were barely on it. It's just because your name was on it. Lie to me was confusing.
My mom couldn't even tell who was who, and that's like,
bro, both of those like, well, that's
but
also
like,
you guys did it that way on purpose,
no,
right?
I gotta give props to him. I gotta give props to him because literally one weekend of working with him, my voice like evolved so much, and like I was rusty too. I hadn't recorded my own voice. And it's like in that weekend in time, and like I got there and like Lie to Me was kind of like our warm up song. Like, all right, like let's kind of smooth into it before we make songs for the album.
Yeah.
And that song turned out being like one of the best songs I ever made, and I gotta give props to him. Like he literally like helped my voice evolve like on the spot.
Dope. That's dope as
like,
fuck.
I don't know.
It didn't sound like you, Rusty, but okay.
It didn't. I was gonna say, yo, that Can't Wait verse was my favorite verse I ever heard from you.
For real?
that's my favorite verse on the album.
I know a lot of people have been saying that. And
that's surprised that helped because you said it wasn't like because some artists will like go kind of bar for bar and have people help them. He was telling me I was engineering that. He's like, keep playing the beat. And he's just writing shit on his notes and just like one took like a practice run the whole thing. I was so surprised. I was like, you just did that? Like what? So that's
that sound like me and Sully were talking before this podcast actually like. I might make like a little project myself as an artist with more of that sound.
Do it.
Featuring tenTempo.
No.
Yeah. Like I don't know. But nah, for people watching, like definitely expect more of that sound. Because that sound is, I don't know.
I like it.
And I gotta give props, like, I don't even care to say this, like, I'm gonna put my pride to the side right now and say that's like influence from like Mosa for people who know that is. He's a Massachusetts artist that like branched off into Houston. But like people are
Most of was a producer, no?
no, he's an artist. He's
Okay.
fire though.
Yeah.
Like he's from Haverhill. He's from like North Shore or like the northern part of Mass. And like that's inspiration from him. And like people are just scared to say like they take inspiration from like local artists, but like I don't give a fuck. Like I took inspiration from him on that. Like if you listen to Mosa's music, like it sounds similar.
My bad. I was thinking of some
Yeah.
other
He
dude.
thought Mos Def.
Oh
He
no,
thought
Mosa.
Mosa.
No, but if you listen to Mosa's music, like there's a little bit of like similarity, but like I don't know, like I'm not scared to say it. Like I take his inspiration from him.
I think we all should do that as artists. Like,
Normalize taking inspiration.
yeah,
from other
because
artists.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, well, I heard "Survive" for the first time by Noski, and I was like, "Oh, this shit's hard as fuck," and it made me want to like make more music of that. You know
Hard
what I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah, just like not even that, just like something that's a little bit more heartfelt, and
Yeah.
you still going hard, and he's showing that you can still be like a hard rapper.
Lyrical.
Yeah, a lyrical hard rapper, but like you can like make it a
Intertwine
little,
the two.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
you
saying?
can
It doesn't have to
intertwine
be like the craziest 808s of all time and the hardest beat you ever heard. It could be a softer beat with a nice sample in the back, and you can still kill it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So-
Two birds
Yeah,
with one
you know what
stone.
I'm saying?
Two
That's
birds with
awesome.
one stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's like something that, like he said, we shouldn't be ashamed to say that we take inspiration from artists that we know or that are from the area.
That's a fact.
Culture, man. That's the biggest thing. I mean, like, go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing. I say we have like 6 minutes left.
Okay.
Because this is gonna be like an hour and a half episode at this point. Yeah. So what I'm thinking, say whatever you're about to say, and then I'm gonna ask Aaron about the documentary, and then we should probably wrap it just because it's mad long.
Nah, I was just gonna say like just that. Yeah, we've been doing this for a
And we
bit.
did a 30-minute one before.
Oh, jeez. So about
Chop
2
shit up,
hours.
though.
You gotta think we dicked around for 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna
before
chop
this.
up.
It's still.
Nah, but just to add on to what Lonnie was saying, just the culture, even Nick's, like the culture aspect of things, like everybody's taking influence from things, and that's the beautiful thing. Like I wrote something. I'm not gonna tell you what because it's gonna release soon, but I wrote something about.
Tell them.
Fuck it. I wrote an article about one of my
Website coming soon.
yeah website's coming soon. I wrote an article about Compass Studios, a local brand, based out of Massachusetts, but. Yes, but basically what I wrote about was culture and just the aspect of taking inspiration. Like from what he's doing, he takes inspiration from other areas, other countries, you know, and I think that's the beautiful thing about art, music, is that we take influence, we take inspiration, and we make it our own. And you know, just to add on to, I just want to add on to that, but just making it your own. And this even dates back to what I said earlier about, you know, extending your, I guess, your cognizance, like your ability to know things, you know what I mean? Like expand that to another level to make it your own and make it unique. And that's the beautiful thing about innovation, bro. It's just crazy, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Beautiful statement. By the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Beautiful
agree
statement.
on that.
Beautiful statement. I wanted to say before I ask you, Aaron, real quick, talk about your album you got coming out soon. Even though you just have 5 songs on the DOD album, give a little.
Yeah, even though you just dropped a little EP.
So I got an album coming out, like my first debut album, and it's called Foregone Conclusion. And it's produced by 2 of my homies from Ohio. Shout out D-Swove and Vesta. And I feel like there's like a lot of different genres in this album. Like I sang on a boom bap beat. I'd never even heard of that.
I don't
And-
know what the fuck that is.
Literally,
It's
exactly.
like old school.
It's like an old school beat, and I like
80s
sang
you
it.
talking? You talking 80s?
Nah, more 90s.
Like,
90s.
yeah. And there's some like hard, like as Nick knows the song Ghost. I don't know how to explain it.
How that song is like, is different, but it's fire. It's kind of, it reminds me of like a little Spirit stuff, but like, I don't know. There's like a little EDM touch to it, and it's,
Okay.
Yeah.
they did their thing on it.
And I guess it just goes on with like pop as usual. It's kind of like my standard genre, not standard, but like default. But I also go, I also like, I go out of the.
He does a lot of shit.
Yeah.
To say the least.
But yeah, we got a video coming for one of the songs by Sam McGrath, Cinema, which should be crazy.
Stay on the lookout.
Stay on the lookout.
Hit me for them features.
Hit up the Knowledge Dawn on Instagram
Hit
for
me them
features.
features, yo. this kid going up this year. So is DBG. DOD is going up.
Got a project coming
Everyone-
soon, dropping this year. That we're pretty excited about. I'm not gonna say who is on it and stuff like that yet, but it's obviously. But I'm gonna say that it's a collab tape between me and another artist that are in our group.
And with producers from the area.
And producers from the area, because we gotta show love.
Is it so? Is it a DVG project or is
I
this
can't say
Lani
too
and-
much.
I'm just asking. I gotta
Can't say too much yet.
I gotta ask. So MJ Stacks is on it, right?
Can't say too much.
DBG, Queasy, and Lani.
I
go
like
fuck
that.
up
He
the
stays
word.
by his word.
He's staying by
Don't
his
make me
word.
cry.
But you're on it and Nix is on it, right?
Can't say too much.
Shout out
Can't say
DBG.
too much sorry.
Shout out DBG. Shout out DBG.
No,
Stay
but
on
I
the
have
merch.
a question before you start asking other questions. I have a question for Aaron.
Oh
So,
damn.
like, how is it having like Sam to kind of like that was kind of there in the beginning to like help you like show the ropes? Because I know like I've been on multiple video sets with Sam, and every time you're there like helping him out, I just like want to know like I don't know, kind of touch upon like your relationship with Sam.
Oh damn. Well, back to Lani was talking about the Airbnb in March. So me and Kevin literally walked into that, and like little did we know it was just a big opportunity to just meet everyone and like be a part of the community almost. And Sam was like the first kid that stood out. Like immediately he just introduced himself, talked to me about like gear whatsoever, and then I think it was Bryce C shoot, you guys were both there. He just was like, yo, like I'll pick you up and like I'll show you the ropes. And like ever since then he's literally taken me to pretty much like most of his shoots when he came back home. But he definitely like taught me a lot when it came to like different little aspects of like angles, and like I kind of bought a gimbal because I was like, damn, like I want different type of motion like within my videos. And just even him just like calling me, like checking up on me and just showing me like some of his shit, like it really like it definitely helps me knowing that there's like kind of a mentor and also a friend as well, which is dope. But yeah, I mean, he's always like guided me when it comes to that, and like that's why I'm slowly trying to make my way into like shooting more music videos. So yeah.
I want to actually add on to what Nix is saying too, because that was a great question to start off with. But just to extend on your relationship with Sam, like observing of what he's doing, I can say that relates to Nix, but like what keeps you driving, what keeps you motivated to keep on, pursuing videography? Was it through his influence or was it through your own?
Oh man, well, pretty much like I used to just like dick around and videotape it pretty much like all of my summers, and then it kind of turned into like I literally put it on my Instagram post. It used to be like a hobby, it curated into a passion project, and like my basically end goal is to be able to like slowly move into the music industry, whether it's like doing like promotional graphics or whatever, or like something that will just help artists as well, because like I've been doing this for like probably 3 years now, 2 years doing it like actually serious, like when it comes to like getting with clients and stuff. But like I don't want to be filming weddings my entire life. I don't want to be filming for other businesses. Like I want to create my own, but also just like help other people with that, because like filming a wedding, it doesn't really help them, it just brings them memories, which is like thoughtful, but I just want to be able to help people with like what I do pretty much. So yeah.
Another great speech.
Thank you. Yeah.
Another great speech. But I'm going to, because it's the last question we're going to ask, to tie things back into the album. You being there all 3 days, documenting the whole thing, editing the documentary.
I deleted it. No, I'm playing. But
Heard that shit too many
Yeah.
times.
Too many
Next time
times.
it's a joke.
Oh, did this just die?
yeah, the monitor died, but it's probably still focused on us. No
Let me
worries.
make sure the camera's alive.
Yeah, dude, like I didn't try at all, bro. Like I'm paying
The
I'm
camera's at 1%.
oh damn.
Alright, just yeah.
Do you want me to talk fast?
No, just answer the question.
Yo guys, I'm making the documentary to it's dropping soon in 1 month, and yeah. Good night. Yeah.
The documentary
Yeah.
will come out soon. Sorry this podcast was so long. Purple World episode 2 is now done. We'll see you guys next time.
Two texts, got it on my fucking waist. Nigga don't want the smoke, I guarantee he died of it. Forcing shit, yeah, I'm about to take it all the fucking way. I'm a real nigga, what more